It's my 10 favourite big Christmas hits. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to my Christmas video for this year. And I'm going over my 10 favourite big Christmas hits. So, let me clarify. These are the big hits that are played on the radio, certainly in the UK. Some of these tracks probably aren't as popular overseas, but certainly in the UK, these are the ones that are on the radio all Christmas. And you're sick of them by Boxing Day. However, these are the 10 that I enjoy most. But yes, these are the big hits. They're all from the 70s onwards. Anything prior to that I sort of consider classic Christmas hits. That'll be a video for a future Christmas. And there's also, you know, Christmas songs that I love but haven't been big hits. And they will also be for a future Christmas video. But yeah, so these are, you know, the songs that you're sick of by Boxing Day. Before I get into the my 10 favourite, there's one fairly noticeable omission in this list, and it's a song. I love the song, but I get so annoyed by the lyrics that I can't include it in this list, and it's Wizards' I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day. It is a great track, but my analytical brain just gets really annoyed, because if it was Christmas every day, it would be rubbish, because none of the shops would be open. So where would you buy all your food, all your presents, etc.? All the things that, you know, people love about Christmas, you wouldn't be able to do if it was Christmas every day. So that's why that song isn't in it. I love the actual song, the tune, the musicality of it. But yes, for that reason, it isn't in my top 10. This isn't a ranking of these 10. These are just as I sort of thought of them, how I added them to the list. So, without further ado, the first of my 10 favourite big Christmas hits is, of course, Merry Christmas Everybody by Shaky. Regular viewers know Shakin' Stevens was my first musical love. Don't really, you know, I was so young that I don't really remember what it was that made me love him initially, but I still love him to this day. Have all his albums, well, or all his proper albums. There's some early bits that I don't have. Collect his singles. Bought many of them at the time, but I'm also picking them up now. I've seen him live twice now. Just, yeah, big Shaky fan, and absolutely love Merry Christmas Everybody. Famously, it was originally going to be released in 1984, but he decided that he didn't want to compete with Do They Know It's Christmas. I don't think it was for charitable reasons. I think he wanted the Christmas #1, and he knew if he released it that year he wouldn't get it, so he held it on a year and released it in 1985 and did get the Christmas #1 with it. But it's just a great, fun, upbeat pop song. Joyful. Very Christmassy. Excellent. The second one on my list is one that really splits people. It is regularly ranked right near the top in all the big popular polls, but I know some people really can't stand it, but personally I love it, and that's Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'm not a big Mariah Carey fan. I don't mind some of her songs, but all the ooh crap can get on my goat. However, in this song it works perfectly. It's a nice throwback to the 60s. Why is his name just gone? I've literally just finished listening to his album. Phil Spector vibe from his Christmas album. you know, it's got that throwback to that era. It was also the first sort of fun Christmas song since probably Merry Christmas Everybody. After Last Christmas and Do They Know It's Christmas, there was a tendency for Christmas songs to be a bit downbeat and reflective, and this sort of kicked the genre up its arse and brought back the fun Christmas song. Yes, it's overplayed, but it's a great song in my opinion. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Number 3 is the one that nowadays, certainly in the UK, is voted the best Christmas song of all time, and that is Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues, with, is it featuring Kirsty MacColl, I think is the official credit. Let's see. This is my, now it's what we call Christmas. I sort of went through this to remind me of what should be on this list, although one of the tracks isn't on here. Yeah, featuring Kirsty MacColl is the official credit. Just incidentally, sorry, I've not got my ring light on because I wanted the full benefit of a hat. In case you're wondering why I'm a bit dark. Anyway, yeah, great song. I'd say regularly voted now the best Christmas song of all time. There's the controversy over the lyrics. You know, it's nonsense, really. You know, there's no harm meant for it. It's the narrative of the song. It's the characters that are being played. Yeah, I sort of ignore that personally. The fact that, you know, somebody as esoteric as Shane MacGowan can have this song that defines Christmas for so many people is just fantastic. Terrific performances all round. Just a wonderful, great, brilliant, awesome song, basically. Probably not my favourite, though. As I say, this isn't an actual ranking, but it's top 5, but not my favourite, personally. Number 4, strong contender for what could be favourite, is Merry Xmas Everybody by Slade, to give it its proper title. Merry Christmas Everybody, as everybody knows it. That's what he sings. An early favourite of mine as a kid, I bought My Oh My, which was number 2 in 80... No, it can't be 4, because that was Last Christmas. Might have been 85. I'll pop it on the screen. But it was just held off for number 1 spot, and the B-side of that was a live version of Merry Christmas Everybody. So I played that to death, and in fact when I found my 7-inch singles from my youth and I played them all, Merry Christmas Everybody was skipping like mad because I must have played it so much it was no longer, unfortunately, particularly playable. But yeah, it's from that wonderful It's Christmas opening as he yells. It's just another fun, pumping glam rock track. Great lyrics, brilliantly performed. Excellent Slade. Merry Christmas, everybody. The 5th one on my list is Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. Naturally, a lot of this list, certainly at least, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, half of it are tracks by artists who are favourites of mine. That makes sense. So yes, Paul McCartney's in here, Wonderful Christmas Time. I love the twinkly background music to it, for want of a better phrase. It's just sort of a keyboardy bum 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 bum, that bit I've always liked. It's another fun, you know, I like fun upbeat Christmas songs, obviously. You know, apart from Fairy Tale of New York, but that's different. Just a fun, upbeat, joyful, again, song, lyrically good, great performance, and one that I always enjoy when it comes on the radio. So yes, Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. Number 6, bit of a slower one, and both this and the next one, there's some contention as to whether they're really Christmas songs. This is Pretenders and 2,000 Miles. This is on here purely because I love Pretenders. I love Chrissie Hynde's voice. I think this is a great song. Yeah, it's not, you know, a proper Isn't Christmas Wonderful type song. But, you know, it is considered a Christmas song. It's certainly more of a Christmas song than something like Stay Another Day by E17, which always annoys me, but it's classed as a Christmas song. Just because it was Christmas #1 doesn't make it a Christmas song. Just because they put a few jingle bells on the back of a normal non-Christmas song doesn't make it a Christmas song. Anyway, but Pretenders 2000 Miles has got a loose sort of Christmas theme to it. So, yes, it does count to me, for me, and it is a great song, great performance, just wonderful. Yeah, so the next one is another one which the artist himself says isn't really a Christmas song, even though it only gets played at Christmas and he makes a fortune from it every Christmas, and that's Stop the Cavalry by Jonah Louis. It's basically just the Wish I Could Be Home for Christmas line, but makes it a Christmas song. But it's really, you know, a song about soldiers in the war wanting to come home, and, you know, sort of Christmas is just a time they want to be home by. It's not really a Christmas song, as Jonah, as I say, says himself. But it's got the... musically, it is a Christmas song. It's got the oompa. You can't resist sort of bouncing along to it as it plays. And also, it's got the classical refrain from... is it Prokofiev? But the do 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 do, that bit in it as well. You know, it's got very Christmassy vibes musically, but yeah, so Jonah says it's not really a Christmas song, but that makes it a Christmas song. The mention of Christmas and the music, and it's just great. As I say, I just can't resist to it. Next is The Waitresses, Christmas Wrapping. Great, another fun track. It's just the story of a woman who doesn't enjoy Christmas because she's single and lonely, and then towards the end of it, you know, she meets somebody on Christmas Eve and gets together with them, and it's happy ever after. But it's just such fun, funny, musically very much of its time, but it lives forever, if that makes sense. Different from anything else on this list and most other Christmas songs, but really enjoyable. Yeah, Christmas Wrapping by The Waitresses. Next is a far more recent track. It's from the last 5 years or so, might be a little bit longer than that, but not much more. It's One More Sleep by Leona Lewis. Not a fan of hers at all, really. You know, she comes from the X Factor school. She won the X Factor, beat JLS, I believe. You know, she's somebody who's by and large passed me by musically, but I just really love this song. It's sort of a countdown to Christmas, but it's also a countdown to her lover coming home, because she's going to see him at Christmas, and that's really what she's getting excited about. But it's another sort of a throwback to the Phil Spector era, similar to All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's got that vibe to it, that production, and really catchy song that I just really enjoy every time it comes on the radio. And then finally, and it's the one track that wasn't on here, we've got The Darkness and Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End. It's just a magnificent track. You know, I'm a big fan of The Darkness anyway. I have all their albums. I've seen them live. When I saw them 2 years ago, they always tour around Christmas, and they always do Don't Let the Bells End as an encore. And it's just, you know, that's when Christmas starts, if you like, when you hear that. It's just the pomp, the humour. It's a perfect Darkness song. You know, great metallic, if you like, playing from them, but with catchy lyrics, chorus, performance, humour. Just genius, really. So that's another one that's definitely in my top 5. But yeah, number 10, Christmas Time, Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness. So there you go. So yes, I know most of these are overplayed and we're all sick of them come, as I say, Boxing Day. But start of December, when the radio starts playing the Christmas songs, these are the ones that first few times I hear, at least, I'm thinking, oh yeah, oh good, it's Christmas now. As I say, also, these are just, you know, the big hits. I didn't want to cover all Christmas songs because I need to pad this out over a few years, basically, because there's not many Christmas-themed videos one can make. So, yeah, next year it will be Christmas songs of a different ilk. Probably classics, and then the year after that, the lesser-known ones. But we shall see. Anything can happen between now and then. This is probably the only video this week. So I will take this opportunity to say Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you all for your support this year. Thank you to everybody who's commented. Well, nearly everybody who's commented. There's been the odd arsehole, but otherwise, Merry Christmas to you all. Yeah, hope whatever's happening virus-wise and all of that. I'm recording this on Monday the 20th. At the moment, we're still allowed to have Christmas. Who knows what will happen between now and then. But yes, whatever happens with you and your families, I hope you can have a good Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope that day can be as acceptable as it can be in the circumstances. Again, thank you all for all your support this year. And I'll see you sometime between Christmas and New Year. Yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you on another video. Thanks.